So today we will be talking about a very controversial topic, and that is divination tools. Now, what are divination tools? Tools like astrology, numerology, tarot, pendulum, to name few, and there are many more. So, what are these tools about? Is basically we all know that there is something which is if you're an atheist, you would say that it's the inner wisdom, inner light that you can connect to and find your answers, right? If you're a believer in some form or something which is outside you, you would say that it is a medium of connecting to that which is beyond or higher than you. Like for me, I would say that it is a medium to connect to your inner self, your atma, your higher self, a fragment of source which is outside you, right? So you can name it whatever you believe in, however you see it, right? But it is a medium to find answers, right? Now I want to put it in very simple words, hence I will be talking in a very generic way for each one of them. And I am making these simple introductory videos also because I want to just touch different topics, so that when I actually get into details of all of these topics like karma and these divination tools, it'll be easier for us to understand them as a whole, because they all are connected, right? And I want to make it very simple also. So for right now, we are understanding divination tools and how they can be of use to us, and whether we believe in it or not. Now why I say that it's controversial, because we all know that the only medium of us knowing these things is through people randomly talking about this. And we have so much fear and stigma attached to these tools that we don't find scientific relationship to understand that in a logical way. So what I would like to say, that as we keep going to individual divination tools, I'll try to explain that how do they work, right? Now, to start with astrology, because that's my favorite divination tool. Now when we talk about astrology, it's very simple to say that you can't put your the onus of your life on some random planets and graha, right? Planets and graha, right? Now I will give you a different perception of looking at it. Now we all know that there are we have a solar system, we have earth part of the planet systems, planets, and the sun being our source of energy for all of these. Now when you see Jyotish never spoke earth as graha, and in fact the 9 graha that we have in Jyotish, or the traditional Vedic astrology, includes moon and sun, and we all know that they're not planets. Now the most interesting thing is that we don't understand astrology as astrology. We understand it through different meanings and terms which are not real astrology. So let me just quickly say that what astrology is. Astrology basically is about perception of us. We're not interested in how the planets are moving and what are they doing to the solar system. What astrology was meant to do was that it figured out that all these grahas basically affect each other because of certain being in certain gravity, or being in certain positions. So what this astrology was doing was that, with reference to you on this earth plane, your latitude and your longitude where you were born, with reference to that, it would just tell you that how different planets will affect you. Now, when we'll get into the depth of astrology, we will be talking about that. But for now, just giving a gist of it, that these different grahas do affect us. Now, the very basic and a very simple way to understand this is that we know that moon affect our mental state. Uh, we know that moon affects the tides, right? During the full moon, we do have the high tides. So similar, we being 72% of water, we are affected because of the moon. Now, if we are affected by the moon, which is just a tiny bit of such a huge cosmic system, our solar system does affect us. So yeah, we will be talking about that in a detailed way, because I found my answers in astrology, and I will be talking about that also. Now, the problem with astrology is that for a person who is little aware or who's in a spiritual path, astrology doesn't work, right? And that is why, personally, if you ask me, it would not, it's not a great medium to say that this is your destiny, and these are the things which will happen in your life, and hence you will have this one destiny. For a person like me, I know that we have different timelines, and we can shift our timelines based on working on self. It's a huge topic, and but to start with, we have to understand that based on whether you believe in reincarnation or not, whether you believe that these planets, they have these grahas have consciousness and they affect us, and due to that they work like programming, and we have, each one of us are working based on certain programming, and when we'll do karma, we'll understand this much more, and based on that we might have a destiny. Now, the choice is the choice of not taking the same path and changing our timeline is totally on us. Now, but to do that, we have to uplift our consciousness. So yeah, that is what astrology is, and when we'll talk in detail about astrology, you'll know that how it works and how we can go beyond the destiny part of astrology, because that's just one part of astrology. What I am more interested in astrology is that it is a wonderful and a great medium, an excellent medium, and I work with it all the time to know your own self. It can just give you your entire personality type, and you would really understand, see parts of the shadow parts of your own self which you would need to work on. So yeah, I work with that part of astrology, and I resonate with that part more than knowing the future. So astrology, knowing about the predictions of the future, is just one aspect of astrology. The main aim of astrology is to know your core, and that is what I am also interested in. So yes, that is a part which I will be talking thoroughly and in detail. So this is all about astrology in general. The second tool that I really love, and that is tarot and oracle cards. Now, I know it sounds cliche, and it sounds because everybody talking about tarot these days, but to understand tarot, you have to understand that there are parts of us which are non-physical. So we do have like the way we have physical body, we have mental and emotional body which we can see and feel. We have other aspects to us which are ethereal and which are astral, and when we connect with our sixth sense or intuition or the higher power, we can actually find answers through mediums like tarot. Now, personally, when I have to talk about tarot, I would say that tarot, we are energy beings, right? And The fun part is that our energy is changing continuously. uh, when we will talk about tarot in detail, I will talk about all of this also. But if you really want to just basically understand tarot, understand it in this way, that we are energy beings and our energy is shifting as I am talking, right? And through cards we can understand that what energy is right now, is in there in me, and how, if I stay in this energy, where will it take me? Now again, this is not a tool to understand or predict your future, because your future is not fixed, but it can just very rightly give you your present state and your present, wherever you are. And based on that, spiritually, if you understand your own core and you work on it, you will have a best timeline that you can have, so the best destiny that you can have. See, the best part about all of these divination tools is that most of us feel that these are telling you the future. They do, and the prediction, that part we will talk about later. But the main reason why we are talking about this is that it will connect to your core, the things which you can't see about your own self. So that way it's a beautiful tool. So yeah, these are the two main tools that I also practice in my own life. I have not learned tarot from anywhere, but it's more like an intuitional thing, which once I developed, I could read cards on my own. Similarly, I'll give you some very raw forms of divination tools. So if you really are connected to your inner self, you will find that you will find your answers randomly in some books. If you really ask for guidance, you might look, and you'll find them in very simple things, in nature, in books, and music, sounds. So yeah, these are the divination tools that I practice. I also practice working with crystals, but that also I'll talk in detail someday. Also, automatic writing. So I always say that connecting with your subconscious, writing is a tool which can help you. So yeah, these are the methods which can help you connect with your own self. Now, above all of these, the most important tool is meditation. But because not all of us are you know able to connect with meditation, so these external tools become handy in that way, right? But once you are practicing meditation, you will start finding that finding your answers won't be difficult. Now, why I really want to stress on all of this is that we always look for answers outside, whereas if we really connect with our own self, we will find all our answers. And divination tools can be one of such mediums. So don't look at it as something which can help you predict your future, but yes, it can help you understand your own self, your personality, and also what energy you are currently in. And once you know that, you can work on your own self, and you can work for your future or your destiny, which is not fixed. So yeah, this was all about divination tools. There's much more to talk about it, but then I think once I will get into detail of each one of them, then we'll be able to understand in a better way. Yeah, so thank you so much. Have a great day.